Well, hello there everyone. I've got a little bit of an interesting video to share with you guys. This is a 5-disc CD-ROM mini changer. I'm sure you guys have all heard of or seen or probably own a compact disc changer for your home stereo or perhaps for your mini CD player in the bedroom. Those little bookshelf stereo systems. Also CD changers for the car. But have you ever seen a CD-ROM changer for a computer? Well, I certainly haven't seen one of these up until a few years ago. I never knew they even made such a thing, especially in such a compact format as in a 5 1/4 inch size drive. This is a SCSI drive, and I got this at a thrift store a number of years ago, and I don't think I paid more than $5 or $6 for this thing, and it actually all works. I'm going to probably put this in my Pentium Pro system just because I'd like to find a computer that I can actually put this into. It does have a couple little boo-boos here. The case surround's got a little bit of a break in it here. The door's got just a little bit of a flubble here. But this is a very interesting thing. This is one of those things that I think it's just a lot of magic and voodoo that works in this thing, because I can't fathom how this little guy can hold 5 CDs and still be able to actually eject all of them. But anyway, just to give you guys an example of the size of this thing, this is a CD-ROM burner who uses a cartridge that you put the disc into. This is also from about the same era. This drive was manufactured in October of 1997. So was this, as a matter of fact, so it's the same exact year. As you can see, they are virtually pretty much identically the same size, give or take a couple hair widths there. So it's not really any bigger than traditional CD-ROMs were back in the day. So let's just demo this a little bit here, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this thing apart because I'm really kind of curious as to how this all works. So I've got it powered up here, and let's just go ahead, and we got 5 disc buttons right here. So you push the disc 1 and the tray opens. Disc 2 it switches and pops out. Let's go ahead and put a disc in here. And there we go. If we want to eject it, and there we go. Let's go ahead and load 5 CDs up into this thing and see what happens. We'll put disc 1 back in. Can't say it's terribly fast, but and there we go. Now we've got the drive fully loaded here. Let's go ahead and try to eject one of these. And look at that. I don't know how it's doing that, but let's go ahead and take this thing apart and see what makes it tick here. I'm kind of curious. Well, I popped the cover off here, and we can see a little bit better of the insides of this beast. I could use a little bit of lubrication on those gears right there, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's a very unique setup here. Let's go ahead and eject one of these CDs. And we'll put it back in. Ah, I see how it works. Huh, that's pretty cool. So it loads the disc right in this section. The laser and the motor are all right here. The discs are stored back here, and it just keeps them separated apart just enough to allow the disc in here to spin freely. It's a rather interesting design right there. So go ahead and eject this one. Huh. That's pretty cool. I guess that was disc 5. Let me go back to, let's see, I want to do disc 1 here. Huh, that's pretty cool. Here's a close-up of the insides of this drive here. You can see the spindle motor there. Can't really see too much further into there, but it's kind of interesting to see the actual holding mechanism here. Looks like this whole arm right here moves this entire assembly up and down. The spindle here that just holds the discs in place. Got a little ROM chip right here. And it's actually got a little battery in here. That's kind of surprising. It must keep memory of what discs have been inserted into which. If you've inserted disc 1 or disc 2 or disc 3, if it keeps memory of if it still has a disc loaded in the drive or not when you power the computer off there. So I guess that's probably a good thing. It doesn't think that, when there's 5 discs in this thing, that, oh well, I can put 5 more in there. It's caused a real jam up. There's actually some, looks like solid state capacitors back there. So being late 90s, I'm kind of surprised to see solid state capacitors in there. Definitely a well built drive. I gotta say, this probably was not cheap when it was new. CD-ROMs back then were pretty expensive. They definitely weren't $20 like they are nowadays, that's for sure. I remember the first CD-ROM I got was probably about $70. This is definitely a little bit more sophisticated than that was, that's for sure. This is probably a couple $100 at least. Maybe even more than that, maybe $300 or $400, I don't know. But it's interesting to see this work though. It's kind of neat to see how they got everything crammed into this, that's for sure. Well, I hope you guys like this. Take care, everyone. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing all my videos.